Hey everybody, Dustin from Likely Lost here. Today we're going to talk about something important that we didn't know how to do right when we started RVing, and since we've been driving through the public lands here, we're noticing there's some other people who don't know either. We had to learn from a nice guy that had a campsite, like an actual campground for us to stay in. He taught us how to use the leveling blocks. These things right here, you usually see people putting their stabilizers on them. You can do that if you need a solid surface to put your stabilizer down. They're really meant to be driven up on to raise one side of your camper. So we're going to show you how to do that today, and you can do the step method. We're also going to show you how to kind of gauge front to back and side to side to the best that we know how to do it. So let's go. So this is what we've seen a lot of since we've been here. We're using 3 as an example, not necessarily 3 on everybody's, but this is what a lot of people will do. They'll run it down and they'll lift their camper about 1 inch, which feels nice and sturdy, but it may not be level. So once you have your right and left side figured out as far as how many blocks you need to have it on, you still stick the stabilizers out and nice and firmly on all 4 corners to keep it from rocking back and forth. But this particular situation is not the way to do it. You can put all of them underneath there and still torque it down. It only goes up about 1 inch. Does not level out. Let me show you the right way. So this is the back of the RV. This is where I typically start to see which side I need to lift. When I look at this one, I feel like my right side's a little lower. And sometimes you can use straight, like the bumpers, a straight line you can kind of follow. You can kind of look at the tops, where each edge is across the top. You see this side's just a little bit lower. So we're going to stick 1 leveling block underneath there and see how that goes. So you peel 2 leveling blocks off, and you take them and you place them in front of both tires. If you have 2 tires, or if you only have 1 tire on each side, just 1 tire is all you need. 1 block. Stick 1 in front of one in front of the other. You want them to touch the tire because you want the tires to grab at the same time, so they're not like one's perfectly on it and one's hanging off. So now that the blocks are in place, this is when you get your second set of hands, your partner that's with you, with a walkie-talkie, a cell phone, hand gestures, whatever you got to do. Preferably walkie-talkies though, because I'm noticing that like out here the cell phone service is not great, and sometimes hand signals are too late. So if you have a secondary person, send them back here, watch it, get in contact with them so you know exactly when you're centered up on the blocks. If you don't, you can still do this. It takes a little more practice, a little more guess and check, but you still level it the same way. You just kind of have to get a feel for it. You'll probably fail a couple times, but you'll figure it out. And just be slow. The only time I'd probably recommend against that, doing it alone, is when you're up on like multiple blocks, like you're really way out of whack. That might be a problem. You might drop. But yeah, let's see how this goes.
Stop.
So after much deliberation, and Alura said so, we're going up the second stair. So this is how you do that. Once you get on your first stair, stick 2 of these blocks together, create your second stair. Adds about another inch. That's what we're going to do. See if that's enough to put us where we want to be. It's the same idea. Just stick them right in front of your tires so they can grab at the same time. Got anything real obviously wrong, get that out of the way. Let's get up on that second stair.
Stop. That's good.
We're on our second step. It's time to chalk everything up so we can level front to back. The way you level front to back is going to be your tongue jack. That's actually going to determine how far forward or backward that you're leaning. I need to get inside and check it a little bit better, but I think we're pretty close. Like this might need to come up a little bit. So let's chalk it so when we lift it up off the truck, it doesn't roll away. Out of there, little rock. Chalked in. Throw the wheels in real quick. You just kind of have to make your best guess. We have kind of a downhill on the back, so if it's going anywhere, it's probably going that way. So kind of chalk for that instead of going forward. So now we're at the front where the tongue jack is. Alura went inside and it's kind of level front to back already. I still need to lift it off the truck. So that's what we're going to do now. I have everything chalked up so it shouldn't roll away. Don't forget that part. It's the most important part. If it rolls, your life's over. So we're going to lift it a little bit. It's going to be unique to your system. We have a system with these torsion bars right here, so we need to take these off before we can remove everything else. But Right now we're just trying to find the right spot to release the ball from the hitch. So once you have your front to back leveled out and your right to left leveled out, then you throw those stabilizers down. Your stabilizer jacks aren't meant to take a whole lot of weight, just enough to lift a little bit on each corner. It's not supposed to pick it up off the ground, just to keep it from rocking back and forth when the wind blows or you're walking around inside the trailer. So that's how you use the leveling blocks. Stick your tires on the leveling blocks, chalk them. Don't put them underneath here unless you need some kind of hard surface, like you're on sand, which you shouldn't be anyway. One other thing you can use them for is when your jack's not long enough. We had that at our last place. The jack was maxed out, barely touching the ground. Could have used leveling blocks then. So that's all there is to it. It's a real simple process. So the important part is to like and subscribe if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, tell me why. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why. I'll prove you wrong. Really appreciate it watching, and have a great day. Peace.